The fashion industry was shaken to its core by the brutal murder of Abby Choi, a promising model with a bright future. As details emerged of the gruesome crime scene and the shocking revelation that her own ex-husband and his family were responsible, the question on everyone's mind was the same. What really happened to Abby Choi? And as we uncover the shocking truth, brace yourself for a story that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Choi's life was nothing short of spectacular. She was a well-known model and influencer known for her exquisite sense of style and unrestrained love of fashion. With over 100,000 Instagram followers, she was a true trendsetter, mixing and matching pieces in surprising ways and establishing herself as one of the industry's most sought-after influencers. Yet Choi was more than simply a fashionista. She had 2 children with her ex-husband Kwang and 2 more with her partner, Tam Chuk-won, with whom she held a marriage ceremony in 2016 that was never formally registered, according to a Straits Times report. Choi's family was affluent, and they ran a construction company with operations in China. She was the eldest of 3 girls raised in Hong Kong, and her personal wealth exceeded Hong Kong 100 million. Despite her extravagant lifestyle, Choi never forgot her love of animals, and co-founded Peom's charity organization, a Hong Kong-based animal rescue organization. Her mother described her as a kind-hearted baby on social media. Last month, Choi was featured on the cover of the lifestyle magazine L'Officiel Monaco, which called her as a style hero and media personality who swept the globe by storm, with her perfect sense of style and her unabashed passion for fashion. She was described as a genuine trendsetter with a strong eye for style, and her ability to mix and match things in surprising ways by the magazine. She was a regular in other fashion magazines such as Vogue and Elle, and she participated in this year's Paris Fashion Week. But there was a terrible truth lurking beneath the glitz and glamour. Choi's life was sadly cut short when she is discovered murdered in her Tai Po condominium. What happened to someone who appeared to have everything? That is a question that some who knew her still have. Her former husband Kwang was detained in connection with her murder, according to many news outlets. Choi had gone on to a new relationship with Tam Chuk-won after the couple divorced, despite having 2 children together. The story has rocked both Hong Kong and the fashion world, leaving many people wondering what went wrong with Choi's seemingly flawless existence. In the wake of Abby Choi Tin's tragic death last week, 4 of her ex-in-laws remained in detention, without bail on Monday in connection with her murder, garnering international media attention. Choi's remains have not been found, and it has been almost a week since she was missing. On Sunday, police removed a big soup pot from a Tai Po village home and discovered what is thought to be the victim's skull and several ribs within. It was previously reported that Choi's unemployed ex-husband, Alex Kwang Chong-chi, and his family were at odds with her over the ownership of a multi-million-dollar house in the prestigious Kadori Hill area of Ho Man Tin, which the family had purchased from Choi. It was discovered through police investigation that the 28-year-old socialite, who had previously married the son of the founder of a well-known restaurant chain, intended to sell the home that she had purchased under her late husband's name. Her ex-father-in-law reportedly had several heated disagreements with her after she promised to relocate her former husband and his family. The events leading up to Choi's death and the days that followed are chronicled in the Post. The suspect moves into a rental village cottage in early February. Choi's ex-father-in-law and ex-cop Kwang Kao is the prime suspect in the murder case, and he rented the Lung Mun Sun village home where the crime was committed. Prices for apartments in the region average around Hong Kong $10,000, which is US $1,273 per month for a 500 square foot space. On February 21st, police received a complaint that the victim had gone missing. The model and Choi's ex-daughter's husband were meant to be picked up by the model's chauffeur and former brother-in-law, Anthony Kwang Kong-kit, from Kadori Hill, where the police suspect Choi met Kwang. But on Tuesday, the socialite was reported missing after failing to come to pick up the kid. When the police received the missing report complaint, they called Choi's ex-brother, husband, and parents. Police said their investigation was hampered by the trios giving a false and misleading statements. On February 22nd, the suspects would visit the Suan Kwang O Cemetery. The victim's ex-father-in-law and ex-brother-in-law visited the Junk Bay Chinese Permanent Cemetery, according to the authorities. On February 24th, police find what appears to be Choi's remains. Some of the victim's remains are found in an apartment on the bottom level of the village home, which had been set up specifically for the purpose of dismembering the body. The police reported that a sail covered the walls of the minimally furnished apartment. 2 different types of choppers, a hammer, Face shields, black raincoats, and a purple handbag were also found by the police, as were a meat grinder, an electric saw, and 2 pots of soup containing human tissue. The victim's legs were located in the fridge, but her head, torso, and hands were still gone. The police detained Choi's ex-parents-in-law and ex-brother-in-law, but they kept looking for Choi's ex-husband, who is now 28. On February 25th, the ex-husband was detained in Tongcheng. At around 1 p.m. on Saturday, Choi's ex-husband was apprehended by police at Tongcheng Development Pier after they learned of his intention to board a speedboat. Around Hong Kong 4 million in cash and several high-end timepieces are found on the suspect's person during his arrest. He reported feeling ill at the Hung Hoan police station and was subsequently sent to Queen Elizabeth Hospital. Members of the abseiling team and police dogs conducted a search of the Junk Bay Chinese Permanent Cemetery on the same day. A search of the site's water catchment area is also being conducted by members of the police elite special task unit, the Flying Tigers. The 26th of February saw the discovery of further possible human remains. On Sunday, a big soup pot was brought to a morgue from the Village House murder scene, and within what was thought to be Choi's skull and several ribs. Meat, likely human flesh, together with some radishes and carrots, was discovered in a 50-centimeter deep pot covered in thick fat, and human bones were also located in a separate, smaller container. Moreover, forensic examiners discovered a 6.5 by a 5.5 centimeter hole in the back of the head. Blood splatters in a 7-seater vehicle led police to believe Choi was attacked there, and this blow may have been the fatal one. On the same day, Choi's ex-husband, his father, and his older brother were all charged with murder, while Choi's mother, Jenny Liu Soo-young, who was allegedly in on the conspiracy, was charged with perverting the court of justice. In a related development, a 5th suspect is apprehended and accused of aiding Choi in renting the ground floor flat of the Village House. This individual is widely considered to be the lover of Choi's ex-father-in-law. The masseuse, surnamed Nung, who had been seeing Choi's father-in-law for the past 6 months, was also accused of helping the ex-husband disappear by renting a high-end apartment in West Kowloon. Depending on square footage, the going rate for such locations is between Hong Kong 24,000 and 58,000. On February 27th, the 4 accused are scheduled to make court appearances. Upon appearing in court on Monday, Choi's ex-husband, brother-in-laws were all detained in jail, without bail on allegations of murder and perverting the court of justice. More than 100 cops dressed in protective gear headed to the Northeast New Territories landfill in Ta Kung Ling, roughly a 15-minute drive from mainland China, to search for the missing body parts using excavators and shovels on Tuesday, February 28th. Authorities had previously stated that they were still looking for her hands and torso. The suspects threw away many bags of critical evidence in the morning of February 22nd. These could be human body parts, or they could be the victim's clothes and phone, or even weapons, Alan Chung, the superintendent, said to reporters. Chung stated that they had not found anything substantial yet, except bones that could not be determined whether they belonged to a human or an animal. Choi's relatives gathered in black to pay their respects near the house where her body pieces were discovered. They had already gone to a mortuary to identify her. Some mourners were visibly moved, but the family did not appear to reply to reporters' inquiries. Alex Kwon appeared in court again on Tuesday for a previous theft case in which he'd escaped bail. So this was all about the most terrifying murder case. This disturbing murder story serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of finding justice for victims of violent crimes. If you want to watch more videos like this, then do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel.